It is springtime, and that means outdoor shows. Matt and I are heading to a nearby town to set up for a street dance. We're hitting the open road in our truck. 2 guys, 1 truck. Wait, that sounds gross. We have the beautiful scenic views leaving Omaha. I've heard this event is extremely popular, so we'll see how it does this year. Forecast says it's going to be cloudy all day, so I just wore a black t-shirt. I'm sure that's not going to come back to bite me in the butt or anything. Normally when I set up for an outdoor show, it's on a trailer that does not have a gooseneck. Without getting creative, this kind of reduces the amount of footprint we can use. Safety first, we want to make sure this is as stable as we can get it. The truck is filled to the gills today. As soon as Matt hit the gas pedal, he was like, "Yep, she's heavy." With the additional weight, you just really need to be aware and anticipate your stops a lot more. This ramp is easier for me than the one from his trailer, since it's not like a 90-degree angle. As I walk past, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I could handle that much weight. There we go, this is more my speed. I guess I spoke too soon about the angled ramp. Well, since I'm so extremely manly and burly, I decided I would try this out myself. Really, I'm not that worried. It would only take me like 53 gigs to pay for them if they fell over. From here on out, it's smooth sailing. Oh, what the heck? Oh, vibration. Now it's smooth sailing. So then I thought I could do this sub, but then I looked at it and I'm like, this is almost as tall as me. I think it weighs over 200 pounds. I weigh 140 on a good day. Yeah, no, I'm gonna wait for Matt. Matt does this all the time by himself, but there's no reason to do it alone when there's 2 of us. We've got a lot of these to unload, so I might as well help him take some of that weight off the backside. He said he didn't need my help doing that, but yeah. Whoa, runaway sub. See, you do need my help. They have supplied 130 amp plug. Is that enough? I guess we'll find out, huh? I'm putting down the cable ramps, and I'm sure some of you are thinking, why didn't you put it all the way out of the way? Well, we are on a hill, and you can see there's a little water here. So when they dump out their water or ice or beer or what have you, it's just going to run right in that channel, and we don't want that on our cables. Now time to set up our home base for the mixer. He has a little riser that we're going to set everything on. And I tell you what, I'm really starting to cook. You can see that there is no shade at all right now. He has a little small, I think it's a 5x5 maybe, canopy to give us a little bit of shade. It's not huge, but it is a nice place to escape the elements. There's a slight breeze, but it's always better to make sure you're tied down, because if somebody were to bump it and everything fell out, that would be awful. This is my first time actually mounting the RCFs myself. They are not that bad. They're way lighter than the CDLs I use normally. Now, obviously, because of my height, I didn't want to go on a ladder, so I'm just going to go from this side. A little bit more difficult, but still not terrible. What is terrible, though, is trying to line up a pin while you're holding the weight. There was nothing I could do to get this to work. I was hot, physically tired, so sometimes you just gotta phone a friend. Even with 2 of us, it's kind of a pain because you have to get the right angle and still get the pin to actually go through. After that, I needed some break in the shade. I am totally regretting not wearing my normal outdoor gear, but it's June, so I didn't think it was going to be hot enough. But holy smokes, just baking out here. Normally I wear a hat and glasses and this white shirt, long sleeve. Makes a huge difference. Well, back to work. Now I'm gonna run the power way back to the mixer. So I'm gonna set this pile down here. Sure, that's not gonna come back at me at all. Okay, total mess. Come on, me. Maybe I should have left these open when I put them down. I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna take the cable and run it along the side now so I don't have to hold the bulk of the cable all the way. Then I'll just use my foot to close it. That way I don't have to bend over like a hunchback of Notre Dame. And this right here is exactly why we didn't put it all the way to the edge. Now to hook up the speakers. This was a nice surprise. Matt actually kept the short one inside of the box, which saves you a lot of time. Now I'm verifying the settings that Matt told me. I'm sure a lot of you are going to say that you shouldn't ground stack that many of them. I guess we'll see if it sounds terrible when we fire it up. And we have a few extra subs today to make sure that everybody in the next county knows we are here. Time to test the system. Matt's testing levels for where he is, and here's what I'm getting from the stage. The system is all set up and working, so now we can eat. And they offered us some free pizza. And you know what goes great with pizza? Subscribing to my channel. They have some local businesses right off the street to serve food if you're looking for something. And if you need to go to the bathroom, you're covered. The band is here and he's loving the hole in the trailer too. You can see Chris's thought. What the? Okay, let's check out their gear. Guitar player is using PRS into a Mesa cab. He's the only one running wedges tonight, and for some reason I didn't record the rest of his gear, even though we were talking about it. Here's the bass player's pedals and his in-ears, and he's running a orange head into an orange cab. And one of the lead singers will also be playing keys tonight. The drummer is using a sonar kit, and interestingly enough, he wants to mic everything with an SM57. These sound great, but with that plastic head, they can get hit and break quick. He was needing another mic, so he's getting the 904 on this one. And a few condensers for the hi-hat and crash and such. And he's got a double kick Iron Cobra. Every time I see one of these pedals, for some reason I always think about Dodgeball. They have a rig that runs their own in-ears and it's powered by the Allen and Heath. And he has these really cool setbacks. I'm gonna have to ask him where he got those. It's nice because you don't have to worry about the lid smashing your cables. We're gonna be using Luminair tonight, and we're going into the PK night, which is then gonna go wireless. And everybody has so many problems with these, but every gig I've done with these little guys has not failed yet. Let's make sure the band sounds good, and we'll get started with the night. Let's do a little test. This is from our booth. And as you can see, I'm pretty far back here. Still sounds good to me. And there it is. That was a ton of work. Hey, get out of my shot, guy. I'm trying to do a show here. As you heard in the video, even though it was coming through my camera, it still sounded great. And even though ground stacking line arrays is not ideal, it still sounded really, really good. One drawback to these bigger gigs like this is you have to wait for the crowd to die down so you can actually go get your gear, because it's tough to move all that heavy equipment with all these bodies around. Funny enough, I actually got cold and I had to get my jacket. I had all that sweat in my shirt, and then when the sun went down, woof, cold. We're checking out as the officers are doing a really great job of getting the crowd dispersed. There was no outburst, there was no problems. Everybody left really, really nice. It ended up being a good evening. You can do a show like this solo, but it's just so much physical labor that if you can bake in additional help, it's always recommended. And besides, the buddy system's always way more fun, because then you're in misery together. I mean, you're having a great time together. I actually got really hot again because I was working so hard that I had to ditch the jacket. I feel like we split the workload really well here. He gets that speaker, I get like these two little ratchet straps. Okay, fine, I'll try one myself. This is easier because it's laid down. It's not also tall and awkward, so then I don't have to worry about it tipping over while I'm trying to push it up. And then of course this out of focus shot of me making sure we didn't leave anything behind. I'd fire the camera guy if it wasn't me. We can close the door on another gig. Started off as an extremely hot one, and next time I will dress appropriately. But the band sounded great, the system sounded great, everybody that was there were so many people, and there was no problems at all. Overall, Bennington Daze was a huge success. Thank you again for joining me in this video, and I'll see you at the next gig.